This is yet another one of my scoop and fold paintings. I love this technique because there's so much room to correct mistakes. I've used blacklight reflective colors in this painting, and at the end of the video, I'm going to show you this painting under black light. This is similar to my last painting. The only difference is that I am using white in between my colors instead of black. And I want to see how those colors are going to pop under black light with white in between the colors instead of black. This is a 36 by 24 inch canvas. I've mixed approximately 50 ounces of paint. And it is important that you use all the paint that you mix because you want to be able to cover the entire canvas at the end and not spread it too thin. As you can see, I evenly distributed all my colors, and any paint that I have left over in the cups, I'm going through and I'm just topping off each color to make sure that I've gone through all the paint. As I've said in previous videos, for the scoop and fold technique, you want a thicker consistency. So I used 1 part paint and 2 parts pouring medium, and the pouring medium that I'm using is Floetrol. And now for the actual technique. I'm scooping underneath, getting as much paint as I can on that palette, and then I'm completely folding over. So you're scooping and folding, and scoop and fold. And the reason I do it like this is because I want a nice blend of colors. I want each color to kind of blend in with each other. Scoop and fold. Now it is important to remember, as you see I'm doing there, to wipe off the excess paint on the edge of the canvas, because at the end we're going to use this to help spread the main composition across the entire canvas. And scoop and fold. Scoop and fold. And remember that this is not scoop and drag, because you're not scooping and just dragging the paint over. You're scooping and you're folding it over. I know this looks like one giant mess in the beginning, just like lots of fluid art techniques, but the beauty of this painting comes out when it's time to spread. I turn the canvas around because I'm right-handed, so I'm scooping from right to left. And remembering to wipe off the excess paint at the edge of the canvas after every time I scoop and fold. And scoop and fold. This is a rainbow colored palette, but I added pink because I love how it looks under the black light, which you will see at the end of this video. Okay, right there, what I'm adding is glitter paint. So when it dries glittery. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to scoop and fold that glitter paint over some of the colors so that there's like a nice sparkly glaze to it. And then I'm just doing the same thing. I'm scooping and folding. Scoop and fold. This is Folk Art Extreme Glitter, and they have several different colors. And with this glitter paint, I don't have to mix them with pouring medium because they're already really thin. I also don't necessarily have to scoop and fold the glitter paint. I can just put lines over the composition, but I chose to scoop and fold it so that there's a bit of a blend between the glitter paint and the fluorescent colors that I used. And this is the last round of scooping and folding that I'm going to do in this painting because I don't want it to get too muddy. Usually I would switch to a smaller palette to get some finer lines across the composition, but I already got plenty of fine lines. And now, as you can see, I'm taking all that paint and I am scraping it to the edge of the composition. This is going to help the final composition tilt off the canvas, because you do want to go through all the paint that you used. Now when tilting, you want to make sure that you're tilting nice and slow. What you are seeing is a sped up version of how slow I actually tilted this. And I want to make sure that before I actually tilt the paint off the canvas, that I'm covering as much of the surface of the canvas that I can. And the reason for that is that I don't want to lose any parts of the composition that I really like. And I'm going to shut up for now and meet you at the end of this video to show you the resin and blacklight result. And here is the resined result. And as you could see, that glitter really showed up. It gave it a subtle sparkly glaze, which I really like. And I am very, very pleased with this painting. I even got a few cells due to the varying densities of the colors, which was not my intention for this painting, but I still got them. And here is the blacklight result. And I am very, very happy with it. I think the black light gives it a completely different look. So it's like you're getting two paintings in one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, or insults, please don't hesitate to leave it in the comment section. Until next time, bye.